The relationship between humans and animals is quite fascinating. We both belong to the animal kingdom, which already makes our bond pretty special. Some interactions are gentle and can be mutually beneficial, while others are a bit more aggressive and might even end in death. You never know what to expect, especially with wild animals, so it is important to respect them and their habitats for your own safety. These are animal encounters that will freak you out. Now, everyone knows the only thing better than a small creepy creature is a humongous creepy creature. I mean, just take a look at this giant centipede. Although centipedes don't bite, they pinch, and they pinch hard. They have forcipules on their first pair of legs that they use to latch onto their victims and inject their venom. Now, the giant centipede's venom may not be considered deadly, but it still has the potential to be medically serious for small children, pets, and people with allergies to insect bites. And in spite of all this, these creatures can actually be eaten. A company called Thailand Unique offers giant centipedes as a snack. They remove the head and the pincers, then oven roast them and toss them in a little salt. And it's not just centipedes. They've got lots of other yummy insect snacks and insect candy that you can enjoy, if you're into that sort of thing. This next guy decided to take a quick swim out to his boat, but there was something else waiting in the water when he jumped in. What looks like a long black rock is actually a long black croc. Yes, it's a crocodile, and this guy definitely has reasons to be scared. A crocodile's jaw crushes down on its victim with 3,700 pounds per square inch of force. That's almost 4 times the bite of a lion and 25 times the bite of a human. Throughout history, we have learned that crocodile attacks are 100 times deadlier than shark attacks and far more frequent. Crocodiles are also extremely aggressive, so if you spot a croc, back away slowly and try not to make any sudden movements. Splashing in the water will only draw attention. Luckily, this guy looks like he knew exactly what to do. In fact, it kinda looks like they're friends. If you've ever gone somewhere and ran into an unexpected visitor, then you'll know how this next person feels. This diver received a visit from a shark, and it looks both scary and sweet at the same time. What's interesting is that shark attack statistics actually show that shark bites aren't as common and as deadly as the media tries to portray. Most attacks are just sharks exploring their territory or mistaking a human for one of the species they like to eat. In fact, the odds of getting bitten by a shark are 1 in 3,748,067. And here's another fun fact. Death by selfie is actually more common than being eaten by a shark. Who even knew that was a thing? This next clip looks like a scene straight out of a Ripley's Believe It or Not episode. I know you're probably wondering what the heck these are. Well, you're actually looking at a swarm of millipedes. During the autumn season, it is very common for millipedes to swarm in large groups. Large numbers of millipedes can destroy people's crops and eat their gardens. In addition to being a menace in people's yards and creeping people out with their unsightly appearance, they have also been the cause of a train crash in Australia. So many of them crawled onto the train tracks and got squished that they made it slippery. So, if you want to avoid inviting these pests into your home, make sure to remove clutter, dehumidify any moist areas, seal any open spaces, and use pest-proof compost tumblers. Hopefully, you can watch this next clip without pooping your pants, because I sure couldn't. This next guy had a very close call with an alligator and was able to escape due to smart thinking. However, the gator might deserve some credit too. Interestingly, alligators are not naturally aggressive, and the likelihood of a horrific alligator attack is pretty low. Humans actually have a greater chance of being killed by mammals like horses and cows, or insects like wasps, hornets, and bees. And although this gator looked pretty calm, I'm sure we all breathed a sigh of relief when it backed away and slowly went back into the water. Do you guys remember Chucky? That little doll who seemed all innocent but unleashed a world of evil on his victims? Well, this next animal is the Chucky of the sea. Don't let the small size and mesmerizing colors of the blue-ringed octopus fool you. It can kill you, and it can do it quickly. Its venom is 1,000 times more powerful than cyanide, and it has enough venom to kill 26 humans within minutes. If you ever get bitten by a blue-ringed octopus, their venom blocks nerve signals throughout the body, causing muscle numbness. You'll also experience a loss of vision or blindness, a loss of your senses, nausea, and loss of motor skills. Eventually, it will cause muscle paralysis, including the muscles needed for humans to breathe, which leads to respiratory arrest. And what's even scarier is that their bite is painless, so you might not even realize you've been bitten until it's too late. On the bright side, it is reported that no one has died from the bite of a blue-ringed octopus since the 1960s. And we hope the person in this video didn't break that streak. Although elephants are highly intelligent creatures who are typically very gentle, they have their aggressive moments too. This video is clear evidence of an agitated elephant who wanted to get rid of these tourists. You can see the elephant charging at the safari jeep full of people, while the driver skillfully reverses to escape possibly being trampled. As terrifying as this looks, it might not be as bad as we think it is. The thing is, elephants basically perform two types of charges: bluff charges and attack charges. Bluff charges are only meant to scare potential threats and stop them from coming any further. During a bluff charge, the elephant's ears will be fanned out wide, its legs will pivot from one to the other, and its trunk will sway from side to side. However, in an actual attack charge, the elephant's ears will be pinned back on its head and the trunk will be curled up under them. Luckily, this seemed to be a bluff charge, as the elephant eventually stopped chasing the safari jeep and made its way back into the forest. Now that was a close one. Have you ever been standing in line at the grocery store when someone just came up to you and started sniffing you? No? Well, anyway, that's what happened to this next woman. Except she wasn't in a grocery store and she wasn't being sniffed by a person. This woman was hiking on a trail in the Chipinque Ecological Park in Mexico when a black bear walked up to her. The bear was clearly very fascinated with the woman because it kept sniffing her legs before it finally stood up and sniffed her hair. While this would scare most people, this woman had a completely different reaction. She decided to take a selfie. Now, as impressive as this photo was, this is not the best thing to do if you encounter a black bear. In fact, experts recommend that you face the bear directly, make yourself as large as possible, and make all the noise you possibly can. So, if you're ever approached by a black bear, don't take a selfie, because you might not be as lucky as this woman. It's pretty normal to have a morning routine. Wake up, brush your teeth, make breakfast, give the snakes a bath, you know, the usual stuff. Yes, you heard me right. This next woman's daily routine consists of her giving snakes a nice, refreshing bath to start off their day. The snakes in the video appear to be Indian cobras, which are large, highly venomous snakes. The Indian cobra is also considered to be one of the big 4 species that inflict the most snake bites on humans in India. The Indian cobra is respected in Indian mythology and culture and is often seen with snake charmers. Let's hope this woman is a snake charmer or a snake whisperer. If not, I'm worried about her. You know that feeling when you get home after a long day of work and your kids run to greet you at the door with a big hug? Well, these lions did the same thing to this woman. Yes, lions. Their names are Adele and Malkia, and they were rejected by their mother when they were just cubs. Fortunately, they were taken in by a big cat rescue in Slovakia where they were loved and taken care of. This is one of their caretakers, Michaela Zimanova, who is considered to be their human godmother. And it's pretty obvious why. Look at how excited they are. And this was only a few weeks after being away from Michaela. However, these heartwarming reunions can turn dangerous pretty quickly. So Michaela says she only cuddles with the lions when they want to, and it normally lasts a few minutes or less. Any longer, and you never know what might happen. Have you ever had a scary encounter with an animal? Let us know in the comments below. If you made it to the end of this video, that can only mean one thing. You are seriously into some weird-ish. So go ahead and press that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more weird content just like this.